Here we go. So hello everyone. We are a tad late and I'm sorry that I had to move it. Had a bit of a computer glitch, so I had to reboot. And because obviously me and my guest tonight, Alexandra, we have different times because she's based in Ukraine. I had to double check and make sure that we're all okay and we could go live again. So welcome. It's all on, so it looks like it's working. So we can do a bit of sharing. So my guest tonight, as you could probably see in the video, is Alexandra from Alexandra Metal Project.
Hey.
Been friends with Alexandra for many millennia years. How many years? I don't know. You have to.
I don't know. Around 7 maybe.
7 years.
Something like that,
cool.
I guess.
That's cool. And today we're going to go through lots of different things. Fans can ask questions. I've always wanted to ask Alexandra questions as well. So you've got to do that as well, and send as many questions as you'd like. We can do a bit of sharing quickly just before we start. Dun, dun, dun. Yeah, slides are working, so that is good. Oh, so what's the weather like out there?
Like, the weather is horrible. It's my most hated weather is humid, it's hot, and no rain. I was hoping for some thunderstorm tonight so I can take more pictures.
Oh, I was going to say no rain. So it's got to be really humid out there.
Yeah, actually, as I know, if humidity is more than 75%, there is more chances to have a rain. And strangely enough, right now I'm checking my weather report. It shows that it's currently raining, but it's not.
What actually shows on the thing? Like, do you have an app, or what is it? Do you see what is it, an app, or is it just a thing to tell you it's meant to be raining and it's not raining?
No, it's an app. It's
an app.
Yeah, and it shows that it's actually a thunderstorm right now, but it's not. It's just yellow sky. I mean, literally yellow, and the ceiling is quite high, meaning the lowest layer of clouds is too high for the rain.
Blimey, that is. And what temperature? Did you say what temperature it was?
It's 21 outside, but it's like 25 and 6 in my room.
That is.
Yeah, it's bad. It's too much.
It's very hot.
Oh yeah, it's not only hot; it's really humid.
I didn't even check what it was here.
Like, you can take a scissors and cut the air, like.
That is. That's definitely very hot here. I can't even remember what it is. It feels quite hot today, so not as hot as that, I don't think, but probably 20s, maybe a bit less. It's been up and down a little bit over the last few days and everything. So.
So it's normal weather for England, I guess, or.
Yeah, it's summers can be really hot, but I think a lot of other countries have a lot hotter. Like places. Yeah, I mean, we normally go between like the maximum's usually about 32, maybe 38. I don't think it normally goes 36, but yeah, it doesn't go normally 40. It's normally has in the past, but not often.
In the shade?
In the shade, I don't know what it would be. It'd just drop a bit, wouldn't it? Maybe by 5 or 10. But
the thing is, here when they report the temperature, they mean in the temperature in the shade. And to make it the actual temperature under the sun, you have to add 7.
Oh my word, that is crazy.
So it's, for example, now is 21. So if it was sunny,
it's probably 28.
28, yes, at the sun.
Blimey, that's crazy. That is hot. Yeah, like that's what I mean here. I think they just do it from wherever, but if everywhere's different, that must be crazy. If they base it on the shade,
Oh yeah.
a really blazing hot day.
Last summer it was like 40, 43 or 42.
That is.
I don't want such a summer again.
No, that's too hot.
Yeah.
42, yeah. I mean, I don't know what the most is in a country. I don't know. I've never looked it up.
I will tell you something. In I won't lie, I don't remember exact year, but it was somewhere around 2000 and 2003. I was visiting Turkey and the town Antalya. It was summer. It was also June, and the temperature they had there in the afternoon was on the sun. It was around 65 degrees.
65.
Exactly, because the policemen were driving on the streets, around the streets slowly with that loudspeakers on and telling people to stay at home.
Whoa.
Yeah, to not go outside at all.
Because it was so hot.
It was extremely hot. It was like once in I don't know how many years occurrence for that. And we had, I mean, I witnessed the accident. As you know, the Turkish people, the Muslims, and some of the women wear that, I don't know the English word for that, only eyes visible. It's black, the black clothes. It was the elderly woman, and she apparently died.
Oh, that's so sad.
Walking somewhere, maybe to the shop or something, I don't know. She fell down and she died.
That's so bad.
Pity. I mean, it's just way too hot for human
Yeah,
body.
dehydration, you're burning. There's so many things that can cause that. So, and especially if you're, you know, not so young as well. Obviously, everyone's bodies are different.
Oh,
so,
yeah. You tell me.
And also young as well. If you're really young as well, you could just dehydrate.
I cannot deal with heat. I'm start fainting. I mean, I cannot handle heat as well. If it will be too dark here, you just tell me, because only my muscle.
I think everyone can see you. I think, I'm sure they'll say in the chat. If you know, and you probably agree with me. This when I went to like Italy and places like that, they shut the shops like about 1:30 because it's too hot, and then they reopen them in the evening.
Something called Sierra or something, right?
Yeah, they have like about 4 or 5 hours where nothing's open because of like obviously it's too hot.
Yeah, so, I've heard of it. Yeah.
Yeah, so and I think a lot of countries do it, but I saw it a lot in Italy when I was in Italy near Venice.
I know Spain also do it, I guess. I won't say for sure because I never visited Spain, especially in summer, and actually have no wish to visit it in summer because it must be hell.
Yeah, it must be busy, hot, and yeah, you know, and parties and all sorts. Yeah, absolutely. Alan has joined us. He says, Alexandra, love your reflection song. Hi guys, good to see you both.
I don't see. I'm not in the chat, so okay.
If you go, if you open up your Facebook and then go to the event, you'll see all the comments so you can answer everyone.
I opened my Facebook, but I'm afraid to do something wrong. So I'm now on my own page. What am I to do now?
What time?
All right. Let's see. Okay. Yeah. I see it.
Have you got it? Yeah. Oh, cool. And you can share that as well. So you can share on all your pages whilst you're in the chat as well.
I can share this stream on the pages, right?
Yep. You can share to all your pages, any page that you like. Hello, everyone that's joining the chat. Hello. Please comment who's in the chat as well. It's I can't always see who it is, so whoever's in the chat, just say hi, and then we're definitely reply to you. Any questions, you're more than welcome as well, before we start really asking all the questions and going through bits and bobs and history and all sorts.
Yeah. Okay, so about reflection song. Thank you, Alan. I'm glad that you liked it. It's one of my. It was one of the first songs I was intended to put on the upcoming AP, and I'm really proud of that work. Also, I really love the latest song we did, Storm, Perfect Storm, and the video, which I'm still having some problems uploading to the Facebook directly because it shows me that I stole the part of the song which I
can't
did.
believe that. I know, I've seen the footage, and I know that, you know, it's the plain footage in there with you. And,
Yeah, I don't know why, actually.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know why I get this notification. I will try to upload the video again, but I will just change some footage. The footage I use it is of my own personal full flight simulator, not full, just flight simulator session, because full it's on the platform like this, you know, it's not that one, it's just the Rails one.
Yeah.
Yeah, but still it's actual flight simulator for students, for pilots, at least pilots to be, and actual pilots, which is used in real and actual Warsaw Flight Academy.
Yeah.
So I'm obsessed with planes and stuff like that. It was my best memories, and of course I used them in the video. And I think I will just put more of that footage instead of that free stock stuff, because maybe that is a problem. That's why I get that notification, because definitely that song was on Facebook and on YouTube for 6 months since I first uploaded it in, I think it was 1st or 2nd of December, and there was no problem with it whatsoever. Just recently, for some strange reason, I have no idea why. So.
But you do like your flying and everything, so fingers crossed it will.
Oh yeah.
Be all right. I've just noticed Laura, my girlfriend. You know Laura. That I told you about. She's in the chat. So hi, Han.
Hi.
Oh.
I think that my Facebook video is frozen. That's why. Okay. Hi, I see.
My signal's not amazing, so it kind of goes.
Yeah.
It's fantastic. Alan says, "Will we be getting an EP from you soon?"
Okay. When, you know, it's very hard to say for sure. We are working on it, but extremely slow. For there's some things a bit out of my control at the moment. I really hope that it will be done at least end of this year, or maybe a more realistical date will be around the summer next year. And since I am doing it on my own non-existent budget, and my budget is totally in zero.
I know you've been working really hard, but you do have a campaign which you can share later.
Yeah, I hope I will make some kind of campaign to be able to release it in physical form as well. And I liked that CD. I'm starting forgetting words.
CD, yeah. So you want to print
remember
it?
You sent me your CD.
Oh yeah.
And inside of that CD,
booklet.
like booklet. Yes, thank you.
Yes, that's all right.
I liked that idea. I was thinking about something maybe similar, and
Like a digipack, like a digipack. So it opens up and slides. It's got the
yes, I was thinking about that. Of course, it's not for free, and I truly have no money because I earn my living for with session work and with my leather stuff. I'm doing some stage clothes and leather accessories, and most of the time when I have some, not even I can say spare money, but when I get at least some money and have a little bit of food in my fridge, the rest of the money I spend to buy some materials. I invest in materials. I have shitload of stuff there, and absolutely no sales since the mid of January.
Oh no, and I know you know, like you said, all your money goes to that, and you know it's very tough. And then which you will talk about later on. You'll talk about the bit you were just mentioning about your materials, which we'll bring out later about your other thing you do on the side, which is very cool.
Yeah.
Which won't give too much away yet. Maybe throughout the video, they'll notice that you might be wearing something. There you go. Might be a bit of a hint, but yeah. So hopefully in the light, because it is, you can see, and then you bring it up later as well. And
I can turn the light on.
It's up to you. It's entirely up to you. I mean, everyone can see you. It's like you're lit up, but then behind you's all in the dark. So it's entirely up to you.
It will be behind me, so maybe I can do something like, I don't know.
Okay. Now you're lit up all your face.
I don't know when my phone will die.
Or my one, I've got a light here, but it's not so good. I still got a red face, and like, I just left it. So.
Literally, it's a flash from my phone.
Now you're
I
really.
don't have any much light in my room.
As long as you're not like, you know, it's not hurting your eyes or anything.
No, the thing is, I always joking that I am having some kind of vampire eyes. I mean, my eyes are very sensitive to light. And I don't understand how people can feel comfortable in having like a lot of lamps in the room. I mean, like spotlights, you know, and it's super bright all the time. It must be super stressful. It's good for stage. It's good for, I don't know, restaurant or shop or something, but not for home. I have only one light. It's under my aquarium, above my fish tank.
That's it. Yeah, I've seen that before. Yeah, the light above. Yeah.
Yeah, and that thing is moving. I can twist it and turn it the way I want, so it looks upwards to the ceiling.
Oh, that's cool. So
that's all. I have another one here. And nobody see it, but there is there on the middle of the ceiling another lamp. And once I had an accident, I wanted to kill a mosquito which was sitting next to it, and I threw a pillow.
Yeah. Oh right. Well, Richie,
no, nothing happened to Richie, but something happened to the cable inside of the ceiling, and lamp doesn't work anymore.
That's not good. No. Oh dear. So now you've only got the fish tank and your phone and the outside.
Yeah.
So yeah. Oh, blimey.
That's all. So.
Well, as long as you're all right with that, that's all right. If you need to turn the light off, you know, on your phone, you're more than welcome to, obviously. But yeah, it has definitely brought a little bit more light, definitely. So
yeah,
that's cool. What I was going to start with, I thought we'd start from the very beginning. So let's talk about why you picked to play bass and how young you were when you played bass.
Bass. So my music journey started not with the bass.
Oh, okay.
It started with my parents apparently wanted me to go to the music school for children to learn to play violin.
Oh, that's tough.
Yeah, but the thing is, I was born with my left hand bones twisted from the elbow to the wrist. So if I can put the palm, this hand palm up, I cannot do with this. I mean,
No.
it doesn't go the bones literally like this here. So I cannot hold the violin. And my parents decided that, okay, if she cannot play violin, she must play piano. So
Okay.
I started to learn piano at the age of 5.
The age of 5.
Yes, I remember I was still in kindergarten. It was crazy. My mom was taking me in around like 2 o'clock, maybe when everybody, all kids are sleeping, you know, after the lunch. And I
Yeah.
was going to the lessons. Yes, and about bass, it was more like in my teens. I was around 13, more to be exact, 14. I wanted to play guitar. I mean, it was, you know,
Yeah.
teenage. I started dating, and my boyfriend was bass player in a cover, and I wanted to be like him. I wanted to play something.
I want to play the bass.
Yeah. No, I wanted to play guitar.
Guitar first.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I went to the teacher, to the guitar teacher, like lessons, you know, they have some kind
Yeah.
of stuff like this. And the guitar teacher, this classic guitarist, you know, the old man, you know, he looked at me, he looked at the way I hold guitar, and he said, nope, go away.
Oh
And
no.
so at least 2 or 3 people did after him. Okay, all right. So I found another person, another teacher. He was a metalhead, and he said, "I don't care how you hold your guitar, as long as you try to play." And we studied like maybe 6 months or something, and he was observing me and seeing me struggle with those chords. You know, it's some techniques. It's just impossible for me to play because of my hand. And he said, "You know what? You need to go with me to my rehearsal room with my band. I will show you something." Okay, we went there, and he gave me the bass and said, "Try this." I like, ding, ding, oops, wow. That's much better, you know?
That was that. And the weird thing is, you thought about that before.
Yeah. And I
So
was,
that's kind of cool, you know,
yeah,
that you went back to you know, wanting to have a bass and everything. So that's very cool. That's
yeah.
cool. And how because I know you talked about your is it the whole arm or is it just the hand? The way you play it's the hand, isn't it? Or is it the whole?
No, it's just from the elbow
It's
to
the
the like,
elbow, isn't it?
only this part.
Yeah. So for none of you that might not know this, but Alexandra can play the bass
Like
in,
upright bass, almost.
in
Yeah,
a very
unusual way.
for
And
some
really,
people it might be classed as unusual. Yeah. When I first
yeah,
saw it, I was like, I didn't know what to say. I couldn't believe it because it's just it just looked painful, but for you it's you know, you can do it and you obviously found that like sometimes you play like that and you found it okay. So
no, it's not painful. It's just when I force myself to uh, hold the instrument in more or less classic position, it's impossible for me to reach the strings because my hand literally cannot
no.
turn this way. I mean,
But it is it's just something that no one probably ever knew. But there you go. One day you might see it.
yeah,
You might see it one day.
I
Yeah.
I was I'm still like reinventing all the techniques I, for example, want to use. Normal people just take instrument and play it, and I have to reinvent to mimic the sound,
Yeah.
you know. But different. I like making it sound in different way.
Yeah, it's different. Yeah, absolutely. Mimicking in, yeah, absolutely.
Yes, it's that's just because I don't know. I love bass. I love to write music. I love to um, improvise. I mean, with my first bands, I mean, around 16, I was already playing in two bands. And that thing with my ex, that first boyfriend, it was very funny because I ended up as his and as a band's drummer. I
The
mean,
band drummer.
yes, I never played drums before. That was like, okay, our drummer got too drunk.
You were up for
Yeah,
you
try
were trying
something and
it.
make some noise.
Yeah.
I tried, and they were like, "Hey, are you sure you never played drums before?" I say, "I'm not sure even how to hold the drumsticks in the proper way.
Mm.
You don't sound like you never did that before." I say, "But I am." Just by observing, I was like natural, And around 16, 17, I was already playing as a drummer on gigs. Then I
Really?
uh, formed my first band. And the funny thing, when we played at the same show, I mean, it was like many local bands. It was like shows every. It was very nice in 90s because we had shows around almost every couple months here. From lot of local bands, some bands from different towns. It was very
That's
fun.
cool. So very supportive of all the bands.
Very nice. Yes, it's non-existent now. It's just
That's
here is nothing. I mean, no metal scene in my city at all. I mean, at all. And it was quite busy, quite intensive in the 90s, in the late 90s.
and now it's just
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, it was very interesting thing when I played both drums and with other band I played bass on the same gig. Uh, First with one band and then another band played, and then I played with yet the next band. So it was two bands and me on different instruments, and I was like going home a bit drunk. And I remember some locals were I don't know who they were. I remember that it was a car. It was like some authorities.
mm.
They stopped and rolled down the window. Said, "You was playing today?" I was, "Yeah." "Wow, great. Well done, girl." Window rolled up. Car took off.
Oh.
I still don't know who was that, but that person looked like, I don't know, maybe some big boss or something. I have no idea who was that.
But when you, like you said, you did the drums and you did obviously you played bass for a long time. It's nice, isn't it, when people say things or say that was good, or especially at a young age. If you're quite young as a musician, it's really
Yeah.
uplifting, because you haven't heard it much before. No one's really said it. No one's gone, "Hey, that was great," or anything. So
Yeah.
it must have,
It was really nice that I had that experience. I mean, I played a lot of shows in the 90s, and then the last decade. I mean, last time I was on stage, it was 2007.
So a fairly long time ago.
And
Do you remember that show?
of course, I remember it was a band competition, and a lot of bands from whole Ukraine came to my town, and I did not held any high hopes about us winning anything, because a lot of good bands were there, and my drummer was. It was his first time ever being on stage. He never played on stage before, and my keyboard player left because he needed to study, and his father just forbade him to go to that festival and rehearsals because of his studies.
Yeah.
So it was like me and the guitar player and the drummer. It was only three of us, and we entered the competition and we won it.
Fantastic.
Yeah, because they announced the third place, the second place, and I was like, I already forgot. I say,
Yeah.
we had no chance, and then they announced the winner. I was like, what?
Like when it happened,
Yeah, my guys started pushing me in the back towards the stage. Go up, go up. What? Why?
it's like
We
winning.
won. Yeah, we won. What? Are you crazy? No, we won. Go, go. Okay, I was standing on the stage, like my smile. I mean, I never felt like that before. I mean, I was smiling so wide. I had cramps in my cheeks for days after that.
Oh my. But you're so happy because you won. You worked all that hard work and you won, and you're like you went in with that mindset of we might lose, we might win.
Yeah, we did. I mean, I never, I really entered that competition just to make my music heard because we were playing my material, and like the competition was you have to play two of your songs and one cover. And that cover we made Halloween Future World.
Nice, good choice.
Yes, but instead of the original solo, we put some classic stuff. I forgot what it actually. I mean, I remember the
You
music,
changed
but
it.
I don't remember that classic what it was. We changed it. We played totally different stuff. It was classical stuff already for the violins and stuff, and we played it in metal. Everyone was like, "Oh, nice." Yeah, it was very cool. But my guys, like I said, it was already 2000s, and those guys were like felt like they're too good already, like too famous. I got a bit kind of arrogant. It's sad to say this, but I saw this a lot, and after that I decided just to make that studio project and give it a chance and try to work with not local musicians and not get involved with local musicians anymore, and it's around like 2009, maybe 10, I started posting the first songs I did myself on the computer, on my laptop, programming stuff, all by myself, and here I am.
So you basically took all that from what you learned, even though you won that competition, you took all that and where they went, you took that and went, I don't want to do that because of this. This is what I've learned as a musician, as a growing musician, I'm going to do this. And that's what you've always, and what you're working on obviously now is Alexandra Metal Project, which you've done for a long time. And do you find that the journey you took to that point was a really big eye opener? As being someone from starting young and then getting to that age of doing your project, did you find that quite an experience to kind of go, I'm glad I learned fairly fast and not like a lot later as a musician, and what to do and what not to do?
I think that having a lot of experience playing with different bands, having a lot of live shows in my teenage taught me a lot as musician, taught me a lot of different styles. I was like I say, I'm a big fan of improvisations, and in my rehearsal place there was other bands sharing different rooms, and there was a band like playing like jazzy bluesy thing, and sometimes me and their guitar players would jamming together for hours, playing something just from our heads, and people will gather and listen, and we just could not stop just playing something what comes to our mind without even looking at each other. We did it for hours.
That's really cool when people gather and have a look and go, oh, wow, this is what they're coming up with. And this is really cool. And it's inspiring because you're inspiring them as well, which is really cool.
Yeah. The thing is, some people like, well, oh, I wish I had your drive or something like that. Yeah, my drive, actually, music and composing music and being involved with music is probably the only thing I really can do well. Besides that outfit stuff, that level stuff, and it's the only thing I always wanted to do as well. I mean, I cannot imagine myself doing anything else.
No, I know exactly what you mean. I'm exactly the same. Like, the times I've nearly like gone, that's it. I've I'll call it a day. I never do. I do something else, and I'll go back to music, and I'll have another project or something.
Yeah.
And I find it. It's like it is in your like blood. It's like for me, it's like it's part of me. I think I'd be, it'd be really wrong of me to not ever do music in some form after all the things I tried to do when I was younger. And I still learned quite young, obviously guitar, but I could have been a bit younger. Till I took it properly and serious. So it was a bit later, but I have to admit the journey I took, you have to, and then when you find it, you're like, no, this is it. This is, and like you said, you get to work with different people and learn different experiences and come up with great songs and just like yourself composing and just like it's just an incredible feeling, isn't it? Writing, just letting it all out, and so it's very cool. I was going to say, when we worked together, because we'd done a few bits together. One was obviously one of your songs. And then, which was that? What was it called? It was, you remember it? One of your tracks, you remember? The one I did guitars on? Which one was that?
Wait.
Is it Don't You Deny? Don't You Deny?
Yes, Don't You Deny.
That's it. That was, I really enjoyed that. That was fun, and that was a really good song, that you wrote and everything. That was, and the lyrics just really, really good. On that one. Were you happy with that song? Did you have fun, writing the lyrics and stuff?
Oh, of course. Sure. I love to I actually very grateful for opportunity to be on your project and be able to help you, kind of.
Oh yeah, when we did the Winter's Edge, the I'll find my way. There's two versions in there, because Charlotte sung one and you sang the other, and I think one's You'll Find Your Way Out of This Darkness and one's I'll Find My Way Out of This Darkness. They're actually two different singers, two different versions.
Yeah, I remember. That's
really cool.
I mentioned it. Yeah,
and it's really cool. I'm really glad I did that. It worked really well. We got two versions of it, and the lyrics slightly tweaked as well. And it was a privilege to have you on there and work with you. And I think I did that we did that together before I did the bit for you on that song. And
yes,
it was really cool. It was just straightforward. Obviously, I knew that the amount of effort you put into your stuff is you can't question it really. It's just very professional, and it's just great. It was just really just really easy, wasn't it? By the time we did it, because I obviously got to know you before then, because obviously we've known each other quite a while now. I think you said 7 or 8 years. It's quite a while. I can't remember. It's a long time. So
Yeah.
you know, when we got to work together, it was really cool because it was just so just so relaxed and yeah, it's just really great to have you on. Oh, excuse me, losing breath on there, and I'm trying to think. We had Zell, who at the time I think before she was part when it was 7 Seeker, she did the drums. We had Dominic. I think Dominic did the bass. Dominic Upton did the bass. Who was in Winter's Edge, and obviously been in. Who was obviously in Everlust and was in Noisy Toys before then, and Russ Lung, I think, and then obviously yourself on vocals. Myself, and I think we had a gentleman called Cole did some bits on there as well. I think it was a solo with me, and I think trying to think, is there any? I think that's it. I think that was everyone. And it was a really nice song. It was just really, it was kind of like a punchy rock song, wasn't it? It was just like a really hard rock, punchy, dark song, you know. It was really, really cool. So, oh, it says here, if you check your Facebook, you have it looks like there's greetings. You've got greetings from Poland. So you got someone from Poland, a fan from Poland. Can you see? Can you see on the feed?
No.
Oh, it's, right. It's on the Facebook feed. It's on the top of the Facebook feed. See if you can see it. Can you see? Can you see on the feed? Oh, it's on the Facebook feed. Okay.
Hi, yeah. Zemislav, hi. Okay.
You can see it.
I see it.
Can you see? Can you see on the feed? Oh, on the Facebook feed. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not going to be rude and try and pronounce the name because I don't want to get it wrong. I don't want to get the name wrong, so I won't pronounce it. But hello, hiya.
Actually, I'm also not sure, but
I don't want to get it wrong and say that because the amount of times I've seen a band or spoke to them and I got the band name wrong, the pronunciation. I feel terrible. I'm like, I can't believe I got that wrong. Like, why? So I don't want to like offend anyone or anything. So, but hello and thank you for joining us.
Yeah.
Is that arch enemy behind you, Jeremy? Whereabouts? Yes, behind me. Is that arch enemy behind you, Jeremy? Whereabouts? Let's have a look. Behind me.
Arch enemy.
Arch enemy behind you, Jeremy. You've got your one. Have a look. Behind me. Is it muted? Hey, did you mute it? It's gone now. That looks like it's gone. Oh, it's good. Is it me or you? It was something was playing. It was repeating what I was saying. I've got a crossbow, a sword. They're props, by the way. The crossbow does work, but they're props I've made and printed. There's not an arch enemy, but I've got like a skull prop here, keyboard. I am a fan of Arch Enemy though. I do like Arch Enemy. Thank you very much. I do like Arch Enemy, and I've got a nice Earth t-shirt on. I'm not sure if that's what you can see. Crossbow. Crossbow. Yes, it's a crossbow. Yes, that's it. Yeah, I painted it and fixed it, and I'm using it as a prop. It's cool. Hey. Yeah, it's cool. It's really cool. I like making stuff. A bit like Alexandra, who will explain actually very shortly. That what she makes, and same me, I make stuff as well. So it's really cool when you can just create stuff. Actually, we can move on to that. Actually, so Alexandra, because if anyone's noticed, Alexandra is actually wearing something she's made, which you can see around here.
Yeah.
And it's absolutely amazing. Let everyone know what it is you make and and everything. So
yeah, it's like a necklace I've made I do those things. Um, kind of. I have a bracelet, but I didn't find it. It's somewhere. I have the matching two bracelets with the same stone and the same thing. So, like I mentioned it before. I'm doing designing some stage outfits as well as some leather accessories like guitar straps, belts, some bracelets, corsets, handbags, leg bags, like biker bags. And anyone who is interested can check my Ant Handcraft page here on Facebook or on Instagram. It's the same name, Ant and Handcraft.
Yeah,
Yes.
we'll definitely put it in the chat. We'll put it in there after, and all your links as well. We'll do that. And did you mention you do the?
Yeah, and some gauntlets, some bracelets, some really interesting things. And I have metal stuff from my work lying around everywhere. I mean, that's one of the reasons I didn't turn the light on. Because there is a lot of leather there in a pile, and some tools and stuff. I mean, my tiny room, I have no place to work. And so anybody who is interested, maybe wanted some new outfits for their bands or some gifts for themselves or somebody, I mean, their girlfriends, boyfriends, whatever, I mean, I can help.
It's really cool stuff, or even like cosplay. Cosplay like
Yes,
the
I can try to make. I was looking recently. I was looking at some like post-apocalyptic stuff. I was thinking, like, I have some gray leather. I have some like beige colored leather. Maybe I can use it in some way. Something. I was thinking of creating some stuff. I have a lot of things on my pages posted. Everything I have there is available and for sale, and anybody can, I mean, contact me and just ask, or I can make something on on request. I just need measurements.
Yeah, you do a lot of custom work, can't you? You can do a lot of custom stuff.
Yes, I do. Yes, I can design from the scratch, and or I can customize something a person already have. Like you have, for example, leather pants, and you want me to put some spikes or whatever.
Yeah, it's definitely worth having a look because you do so much stuff from that to you're awesome. Like, obviously, as I said to you before, if there wasn't a lever involved, it'll be fine. But because I'm, so I'm vegan and it's obviously my, my beliefs and stuff. It's I don't wear any leather, but the stuff you do, just creativity, and obviously it's just really, really impressive. And just like from that to the necklaces to everything, it's really cool. And it's all like you can design stuff as well. You're a very good artist. I don't know if you're going to show any of your artwork, but you're good at art as well, and you can draw and paint, and it's just really cool.
Yeah, thank you.
Did you start that young age, like drawing and painting, or was that later in life? Or?
With drawing, the funny thing, I was kind of attending the art school
Okay, yeah.
when I was a kid, but they like threw me away after a couple months because they deemed me not talented enough, not fit for drawing, and I cannot. I was struggling with.
Are you struggling to do it? So they're like, no, you know.
She is stupid. She is not talented, so we don't want her. Yeah, but recently I'm sitting like I will show you. I was sitting.
See, it's really, really good.
Just it's not finished yet.
And that was that today. You did that today.
Yes, I did it. I did it in one day. I did it today. It's just the pencils. Um, I you know, maybe I'm strange person, but I want to make it like 3D. I mean, I want to make it
Cool.
realistic as possible. I'm not sure if I succeeded or not. This camera confuses me.
Yeah. If you pull it back a little bit, just a little bit towards you, yeah, you can see it a bit clear. That's it. There, see, it's that's.
Yeah, I have.
It looks like it's really, really coming out of the picture, and it's cool.
Then I was sitting working on this. It's
Really cool. Yeah. This is the thing I was saying to you as well. Like, if anyone needed a tattoo designed or anything, they could come to you. And maybe on your, your crafts page, because that is.
I can try. I never did that. It's just like I had nothing to do. I mean, I was
really good design, that one.
a bit sad and a bit depressed, so I took some markers, black markers, and sat. And I don't know how million dots is here because it's all made of little dots.
That is crazy. Well, it's all little dots.
Yes.
Dots. That's crazy. That's
hard. That's why I'm saying.
That is hard work, yeah.
10 million dots, maybe. It's the same thing as with this owl.
That is cool. I like that. That's what you showed. Yeah, that was really cool.
It's all dots again.
That is cool. Just, look at the detail, like the amount of detail you put into things, and I like that because you bring that also to your crafts, again, you went to do your art class. They said that about you, about saying, it's not for you kind of thing. And then you do all this, you make stuff, you draw stuff, you paint stuff. There's, I've seen some of your work. I know you're not showing it all, but I've seen other stuff you've done, and it's just really awesome. And yeah, it's definitely worth everyone checking out your stuff. Especially, people being metalheads as well, even a power metal head or symphonic or any metal kind of metal, everyone gets tattoos and, well, not everyone, most people get tattoos and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Exactly. So they know who to speak to if they need that and stuff made and, as well as to get, obviously, to hear your music. So it's all cool. It's really cool. Do you find, all these things that you do, your art, your drawing, your music, all are all connected like one?
Yes. I think yes, because it's all coming from the same place. It's like when I compose the music, I hear it already done in my head. I mean, the finished version. I already hear it, so I simply put it.
It's really cool. It's just cool. It's like that though. It's exactly like that. Like when I, because as I told you before, I started doing other stuff before I took music seriously. I wanted to be a writer, so I used to write stories. I joined some fan clubs with some like Japanese animation cartoonists and did stuff with them. I did, art. I started my national diploma in art, and then obviously from then I went to do music when I was taking it more seriously in my teens. And then got good enough to do my diploma and play and things. And that whole journey, all of those things, writing lyrics, drawing was good for sketching up artwork for other artists that are better than me to do what I was imagining. So you get all those elements together, and sometimes it is a bit like you're writing a song and you're like, no, and there's a little drawing, and I've done it before. It's all one, isn't it? It's all connected.
Yeah.
It's so much fun because it's just coming out of you. It's just, yeah, absolutely.
It's like you have some kind of small, maybe not small, maybe it's a huge, like space somewhere. I mean, I don't know, maybe other dimension or whatever, and you can access it somewhere. Like,
yeah. You just don't know, do you? Like, there's all these things. Yeah.
like for example, with analogy, like a music. I mean, it's really when you write something. I mean, with me, it's this way. I can start writing the song. I cannot force it. I mean, I can see it and and try to record something, and I can't. And then I'm, for example, walking down the streets and I hear something, or I'm going to sleep and I hear something, and find myself recording it on the voice recorder on my phone, and come home and I try to not listen any music, and to not get influenced. So it won't be like stolen ideas from
Someone else. Yeah.
yeah. And I always like triple check my ideas, which I just freshly record, which is not a song any before like yet.
Yeah.
And I try to look if I didn't like stole ideas from anybody unintentionally or stuff like this. And if it's yes, it's mine. Yes, I found it. Yes, it's mine.
Yeah.
Okay, so if I like it, I continue working on it. So I
On
have right now I have like three songs like this.
Oh, cool.
Sorry.
That's all right.
No, it's nothing. I'm yawning when I want to smoke, and I don't smoke in my room.
I was going to say, I didn't ask before the live show. I said, "Oh, we need a fag before," or you not? No,
It's very strange thing. I start yawning when I need some nicotine in my lungs.
Do you stop completely, or you still, do you still smoke, or do you stop completely?
I cannot smoke here now because I'm sitting in my room. I don't smoke in my room when
No.
I need to go outside. I will do it later. It's okay.
No. As long as you're right, but I thought I better check, because normally I
No, it's okay, but I will yawn more and more, so you will know why.
Yeah. So
The thing is, like I have about three songs, which was written. I mean, at least I started to collect ideas.
Yeah.
A little bit of this, a little bit of that. What I truly hate to do, I mean, it's writing lyrics.
Yeah.
I absolutely struggling with lyrics because most of the time, I have no idea what to write about. I mean, unless I hear the song so completely, and unless I have the clearest idea what to write about. So when I start composing, when I start like putting the ideas on my laptop, playing in some way, um, maybe on bass, maybe just by musical typing on computer using the keyboard. Uh, Sometimes it happens like
done. Yeah. Just
got the lyrics, and it's 15 minutes, half an hour, and the full
just
lyric
one constant. Yeah.
And the other time you're like, oh fuck.
Nothing. Just nothing. Yeah.
Nothing. Yeah, or just few phrases which goes nowhere. It's not like they have no meaning, but it's like to write something, you need some storyline.
Absolutely.
And most of the time, I have none. And that's why I'm struggling. I mean, for me, it's much easier to write like 10-minute song and write all the parts for it. I mean, be it even guitar solos and stuff. I mean, if I can if I can sing it for you, I will. If I can type it, I will. I mean, for me, it's much easier to do this sort of things than write lyrics. I always struggle with lyrics.
It is hard, isn't it? Sometimes, like you said, you have a recorder by you. I remember I was on holiday somewhere and I recorded, I think it was when I did Winter's Edge to Deceivers and some of the Ferryman's Eyes songs. It could have been just Deceivers, I can't remember now. And it was one of, or both. And I was walking and some of the Ferryman's Eyes songs. It could have been just Deceivers, I can't remember now. And it was one of, or both. But yeah, I was just, you know, just saying, like, kind of just going little with my mouth and keeping them and saying, this is this song, and I'll get home and then I'll play on guitar to learn it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's very cool, you know. But I know exactly what you mean. It's like sometimes you have to do that. You can't just let it all out at once. Sometimes it's not there. Sometimes it's all there, and you can write 5 songs, and that's it. All lyrics, everything. Sometimes it's a little bit of that, a little bit of this, or nothing at all for a month or 2. You know, you just don't know. So I absolutely understand that, where you're coming from. But you've got, like you said, you've got like the ideas for the 3 songs, and you just want to write the lyrics now. So when the time comes, eventually, hopefully, you'll be able to, you know, get the inspiration and what you need to. And like you said, you might be just walking. You know, actually, we haven't even mentioned Richie. How rude of me! There is Richie in the background. Talking of walking.
He's sleeping.
Is he asleep? Oh, bless him. You probably heard him a little bit earlier. He's so cute. He's such a cute dog. Yeah, you might get the idea. So, oh no, sorry, that's my fault. Richie.
No, I intentionally woke him up.
Oh, okay, you can blame me. It's fine.
He just woke up.
Look at adorable. Look at him.
Well,
look how adorable he is. So this is Richie.
One is sleepy.
He's very vocal, isn't he? He'd be a good singer. Be a very good
Yeah. Since I lost my voice, I'm considering taking Richie as a lead singer.
Oh, definitely. He's got a cracking voice. He might be quiet now. He's tired, bless him.
He's super sleepy.
Oh, bless him. He's so cute.
Looking at the bed again.
He is. Has he still got his favourite cushion or pillow? Has he still got? Yeah, still got.
Yeah.
Oh,
Only pillows change. Only pillows change, but Richie.
Oh, bless him. I'm sure there's a lot of like dog lovers out there that have dogs and things, and you know, growing up, I had dogs and cats actually, but over time, obviously, I've got Churchill. I'm more of a cat person now, and things like that, and little fur babies stuff. But I still love dogs. You know, I had dogs a lot of my life when I was younger. Is he gone back to bed?
Yeah, he just fell down.
Like, hi, bye.
Back on the bed. He's super sleepy.
Oh.
Doesn't look like it will be raining tonight somehow.
Is it still gonna in the evening? Is it still gonna be quite hot? Like, does it drop a little bit temperature, or does it stay high?
You know, it shows. I have no idea, but because I cannot see it, but I think it's around 19, maybe 18 outside. In the room, it's still around 24, 25. It barely changed. That's why I turn it fan on. It's for the first time this summer I turned the fan on because it got to the point I could not simply breathe.
Yeah, as I say, it's really hot. So yeah, you need to be able to obviously make sure you can breathe all right and everything. Carsten has joined the chat. He says, "Cool stuff, guys." Carsten, well, you know Carsten. He sung on the Winter's Edge album, "Ferryman's Eyes." He did "For See Me and Dream."
Mhm.
He sung that song, and he's from the metal band Javelin, Fairy Tale, and I'm going to pronounce this, hopefully pronounce it right. Otherwise, Carsten will be like, you pronounced it wrong. I think it's Iracle. I think it's Iracle, which is another cool band. He's in Javelin, Fairy Tale, and I'm going to pronounce this, hopefully pronounce it right. Otherwise, Carsten will be like, you pronounced it wrong. Hold on, mate. It's happening again. Which is another cool band. He's in Fairy Tale. I'm not sure what's happening, but it keeps cutting into it. But also, I was going to say, Carsten was obviously on my latest single, Master Form, with Mike LaPont and Greg Draven and Charlotte, and there's quite a few people. Frank Cloud from Inner Salvation, Nick from Winter's Edge, Pete Lancaster from the Queen tribute band Monarchy and Air Touch Studios. You had Joff Walsh from Oscars and Drums. And yeah, it's such a cool lineup. So thank you, Carsten, for that as well. If you haven't checked out, definitely check out my stuff as well, which I'll post as well. But yeah, it's really cool. It's part of the chat. There you go. I'm here. Hey. You might have to watch it, a lot of it back, because obviously we've been doing this for a while. But I hope you're well, my friend. And I know we had a natter earlier, so he's doing well, and looking forward to all his future stuff as well as yours, obviously, Alexandra, and myself. It's just exciting, isn't it? Being a musician, it's exciting, because you don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
With every year's different, and it's really cool. Is there anything you want to say to everyone in the chat? Like, is there anything that you haven't said to anyone? Is there anything that you want to say that's coming out later on, or anything at all?
What to say to people? Hi, people. I don't know. I'm super.
Feel like you're chilled out.
I told you I'm very awkward person.
I was just asking, just in case I missed anything,
When it comes to that, I'm pretty awkward.
No, that's the thing is though. I'm sometimes like that. Like I kind of phase out a little bit, and sometimes I did it on my first musician to music. Steve asked me a question, and I thought he was talking to a fan, and I was there like going, yeah, and then I forgot that he was talking to me. And because I was reading the comments, so it's but you do, you're there for your fans, and
I don't open the comments here now for the one reason. When I open it, I get the feedback, so the sound of me talking.
Oh, I see. That's what the sound. That's
and the something I said like 30 seconds before it's all get mixed up. I don't know if you can hear it or not, but I do, and I think everyone else.
It's fine. Yeah, I kind of wait and then see, because it's like I said, the feedback and everything.
Yeah, that's why I don't open. I will read the comments later. I getting feedback when I'm doing it. I know that somebody is commenting and stuff, but
well,
I cannot check. All I can say to the people, it's thank you for support, and thank you for believing in me and being with me along my journey. I'm really grateful for that, and I really hope that when I finally manage to make to get my debut LP, AP out, people will like it, because I really hope that I will do something worthy out, and I personally I'm still trying to fulfill my dream in music. I mean, for those who don't know, I'm 42 years old right now, and as my family thinking, like, You're a bit too old for starting career. No, my career started long ago. Just not. Um, I didn't had much chances living in Ukraine, and so it's not even about talent. It's unfortunately it's about where you live and how much luck you have. And so I'm still trying to fulfill my lifelong dream to hit the stage with my band and play my material, as not just for fun as we did in my teen ages and later in life, but maybe touring with other bands. I don't know why it takes me so long. I mean, maybe if I lived in Europe somewhere, maybe I had more opportunities, but being here in Ukraine, I don't know. I'm truly struggling, and that's maybe why it's going that slow. Yeah.
Well, I think I think because I know your work ethic is insanely incredible, and actually, Carsten has just said, I just wanted to say she is awesome. She's very awesome. So to you, Alexandra, Carsten wants to say how awesome you are, and also your fan from Poland also has said we need more activity on your YouTube, Alexandra. So I know that you'll make those things happen, and I know that regardless of what obstacles you come across, I know you'll make and get to where you want to be, because I just know how hard you work, and you just keep going.
Right.
So I do believe that. I think you will, and and I think hopefully from everyone that's listening to this as well, will continue to support you even further and have an even more personal and better understanding about you as well as a musician. Because they've probably learned a lot tonight. You've said so much, and I'm so grateful for you to be part of this as well. And I think it's really special because doing something like this musician to musician, because it's not just that we've worked together and the people I spoke to, a guest I've had before, but it's just a bit more to their story and their life and what we're all going through this journey together as musicians, either as friends or acquaintances or just professional musicians or whatever it is. It's still that journey, and everyone's connected in some form in some way. So I think if you've got the right mindset like you have, I think you're definitely I'll definitely be saying watch this space, because I'm certain you're just not one to give up, and you just do so much. So you should be very proud, and your fans I think are very proud as well, and love to be your fans as well.
I won't give up as long as I'm alive, because like I said before, music is possibly the only thing I do relatively well, and that's the only thing I want to do at all in my life. I mean, if not for being a musician, I don't know what I will do.
You have a gift. That's it. It's a gift. That's all you can say, isn't it?
I was born a musician, just like you. I mean, somebody can learn to be a musician, but most people are born like that.
That's it. Yeah, you might learn, and you might want to do it, and you might actually learn and learn it fairly well, but it doesn't mean that your heart and soul's in it and your passion's in it and your drive. You might be learning it just for the sake of learning, or someone said you should learn this, just for fun, or just multiple reasons why people pick up instruments. But when you've got a gift and you've learned you've got a gift and everything, I think that's when, like you said, you just don't give up. It's just no, it's not an option. You can change bands, you can change what you're doing, you can change instrument, but you know, whatever you're doing will still relate to either, you know, art or music or whatever it is you're doing. You know, anyone doing those things is, you either have it or you don't. But you can learn. It just doesn't mean you're going to be necessarily as good or as passionate as some people out there. And you know, but yeah, I do believe that anyone can pick up an instrument. Definitely, I do think that's how you know, everyone started that way. You know, some people didn't go into going, I'm going to be a guitarist, and you know, like you said, you know, you went through that journey, and I went through my journey, and you know, you end up playing different things. I wanted to be a drummer so bad, but I was born with deformed feet, so my feet are like, I don't know, imagine that's your, I'll see if I can get on camera. So my feet do that, so my toes are like,
okay.
yeah, so velociraptor feet, I call them. And had ops that didn't work on them and stuff, and I find it difficult. I can, like, you know, do the kick drum and stuff with my foot, but I find it difficult with the way you play. And you know, I had to have surgeries and stuff, and I still, you know, I was on a drum kit. I can play a little bit, but I struggle trying to be like really learn everything. But when I was young, I really wanted to do that, and then obviously, you know, a friend of the family, after listening to stuff and music, different various music, gave me my first guitar, and you know, after I had a little jam, my auntie's one, and you know, and that's it, you know, and then I went from there really. So I was very lucky that I had that influence from my mum's friend's husband, Calvin. Yeah, if he's out there, I don't know if he's listening or watching, but Calvin, he gave me my first Mustang electric guitar. Absolutely awesome. Very cool guy. Very, you know, very talented guitarist. And me being so young, I was so lucky to have that. But not everyone does, you know, not everyone does have that. So I was fortunate, but like you said, you try things, it doesn't always work, and then you find your thing, and yours is bass, and obviously you're composing everything you've done, and then you know, mine's more so composing now, but when I started it was guitars and now keys and other little bits, and you just take on little bits at a time, you know,
Yeah.
the work you've done, and yeah, it's just cool, isn't it? It's just great to be able to do it.
It's amazing, but I'm still learning to write the songs for my current voice, not the voice I used to have a couple years ago. Because those who knows me and follows me, they know that I kind of lost my voice for some reasons. I don't know why. My doctor also don't know why. They found nothing wrong with me. But one pair of vocal folds just stopped working. It's moving, but no sound. Um, so basically, I sing with my speaking pair
Yeah, speaking voice.
of folds, which is not fit for singing actually, but it's the only way I can sing at all. And to me, it's extreme. Like, I'm still not I cannot make peace with the fact that I don't have my 3.5 octave range voice. You know, I use it to be able to sing about anything. Now I am like writing the song, and um, it's too high for me now, or like I won't be able to sing this. No, I need to redo it, you know, or change something, you know, to fit my voice.
Yeah.
I'm really struggling with it. I'm still struggling with it because I keep forgetting that my voice quite changed. I hope it will
So
return.
are you using different techniques now to try and build that, like, you know, to try and sing some form again, different style, like, you know, with, like you said, at the moment you're using your speaking voice, so you're having to like train yourself differently to be able to.
I'm trying, but I found at some days my throat or muscles in the throat, they like clamp, and it's painful. It feels like somebody like stomped on my,
Yeah, on your Adam's apple. Yeah.
and this feeling I have when I get nervous or anxious, you know, or thinking about my voice problems. I get that feeling already, like.
Yeah. So you have to be careful with what you
I
do.
don't know. I really don't know why, but I was trying to collect some money and go to the Kiev and uh, get some more proper
Yeah,
checkup
more
with
health, more checkup, and and more advice and everything to help you. Yeah, because
yeah,
that's what you love
my,
to do, singing. Absolutely,
yeah,
all the
because
layers and everything. Yeah.
because in my town they have couple of doctors, but not much of equipment needed to more properly check everything. I mean, like strobe is fine, but it's just a strobe. I mean, they see that there is nothing. Maybe they missing something, which some different diagnostic can show. I don't know.
Look, and fingers crossed. They sort that, and you like I said, you get the funds and everything to do that, and like I said, get yourself looked at again, and hopefully get all the help you need. And get where you want to be again, doing all that kind of stuff. And but like you were saying earlier, you just don't stop. Like if something is like preventing you at that moment, you're still doing other stuff constantly to keep yourself, inspired and all this stuff. So it's hard work. It's hard
Yes,
work. It's like a job. It really is like a job. It's not hobby. It's like a job.
actually it is
Yeah,
because
absolutely.
since I was doing those things for a living, it's definitely a job.
Absolutely. Yeah, there's people that do it, for a hobby and for fun, and there's like me and you and other musicians we know that we do it like, as
Uh,
professionally as we can, and it is a job
Yeah,
essentially.
but
It
I will tell you that there is also a lot of people who doing this. I mean, getting into music business and playing in bands for totally wrong reasons.
Oh yeah.
It's just wasting their time and resources on something they not. It's not about like not being fit to do or something. It's like uh, um, I don't even know how to explain it correctly. Um, it's for example like me. I will try to dance classic ballet.
Okay, yeah. Oh, you try it, but you can't do it.
No,
That's what you're saying.
I will never do it because it's no point to try. Everybody will laugh at me.
No, and I know what you mean. There's some people out there that just are
Yeah,
doing it
I'm
for fun, or
clumsy.
they think they're, I think it's a strange one, isn't it? Because there are people that do it for fun and they make it clear they're doing it for fun. There's some people that act like, I guess, they feel that they're already up there, but they're not.
Yeah,
And then there's obviously proper professionals as well, and then people that are trying to make it, that are the ones that are struggling to get there, but they're doing everything they can to get there. So it's a big circle.
yeah,
And there's different obviously angles at it as well. But yeah, it's strange in a way that how different people look at different things. I always look at it how it is. How I've always known it to be. But over the years, you've just seen this massive change with social media and people able to do this. And you've got the bedroom artists as well, as they call them, and which I'm going to say that because it is literally an artist in their bedroom and they do everything from home, so there's nothing wrong with that. And and then you've got like just like people, like I said, doing it for fun, and so there's different there's different angles on it all. And as I said, it's good that they're doing it. Nothing wrong with it. It's just, you know, some people, you get a few people that just don't get it, you know, and they don't see it the same way as, you know, that other people see it. And but I think the music industry, even though everyone's going through this time at the moment, I think it is definitely everyone is trying to look after each other and reunite with each other and trying to, you know, get through this at the moment and trying to support each other, which is great. Like, you've seen a lot of people do covers online, a lot of bands, musicians, you know, like us now doing, you know, this live stream, and other people doing live stream stuff. So it's really great. It's really great for those that are alone or want that support or just want to, you know, tune in and be a fan and all that. So it's really cool, and it's really good that we have these things for people as well. So I think it's great. But I know exactly what you mean, the way like things have been and certain people are towards things, and you know, and I think you just learn, don't you, who not to work with, who to work with, who not to associate yourself with, who to. So
That's true.
It's all a journey, as we said earlier. It's all one big journey, and we try and make it as a big happy family as possible with all the people we know, you know, and everything. Like, you have all your, you know, your contacts and everything. Everyone, you know, you've got to know friends and stuff and acquaintances over the years. So it's really cool, you know. So yeah, no, I think we've pretty much wrapped up everything, haven't we? You know, you've given everyone a great insight to, you know, what you've done in the past, what you're doing now, what we've done together. You know, you've had actually a really good amount of people dropping in, leaving lovely messages for you as well. And, you know, and I will definitely put all the links up for Alexandra's work. So her, is it Handcraft? It's Handcraft, isn't it? Handcraft.
Ant Handcraft.
That's it, Ant Handcraft. I thought it was. I knew there was a, you know, a pan somewhere in there. Definitely an ant. You know, and yeah. Usually in the Facebook chats, if anyone knows, I'm normally the one calling Alexandra Ant, because you've always done that. We've always done that. Yeah, we've always done that. So you know, it's you call me Hamster. It's hilarious.
People think.
But I have, look, my face is like chubby, so it's a hamster face. Like, yeah. So it relates to it. So ant and hamster, it's just a thing we've had since we've known each other. It's really funny, and you know. So yeah. So I'll definitely do that. I'll put that in there, and your Alexandra Metal Project as well, and anything else, Instagram, and we'll put that all in there for everyone.
I have both Facebook and Instagram pages, the same names. So anybody can look. On Instagram, Alexandra Metal Project, on my Instagram page, I post some. It's going crazy.
That's all right.
I can barely control it anymore.
That's all right.
I'm saying that on my Instagram band page, just to keep people entertained, I post some bass covers I do of my favorite songs. The idea is to pick the song. I pick it, for example, today I want to do this song. Tomorrow, for example, in a week, I want to do that song. It's just, but the idea is I take the song I never played before. And they have to record the video without looking into the tabs or notes or scales or anything. I use my ear and I use my bass and I play it. And as less takes it takes kind of to make that video is the point. Usually like 3-5 takes, but most of them is because I didn't like how I looked in the video, not because I played a wrong note.
Oh my, really?
Yeah, I look stupid. Let's delete it. Let's do it again. You know. Yeah. So I'm playing like this, and I'm posting those videos, or it's like Instagram something. Oh my God! Like I told you, it will get worse and worse.
You can have one soon. It's fine.
Yeah. So there is some playthrough for Storm, I guess, made my baseline, and there is a lot of covers. It's the Beatles, it's Deep Purple, it's I don't remember if I played Gamma Ray, but I actually intended to.
Mm.
There's a lot of different stuff, I mean, cool stuff. I know that I did Freedom Call and Joseph Triani and some other bands. I mean, whoever want to see me play and check it out, my strange upright bass technique playing on a normal bass. You can go and
If they don't know, hardcore fans have to.
so I use all my 5 fingers and my thumb to play, the E string, because it's the only way I can reach the E string normally.
It is.
Some people think that having my bass at the knee length, like it's so low. I mean, it's like a fashion statement. No, it's not a fashion statement. Actually, it's the way I play.
It is, yeah. No, it's just the way you play, and it's as I say,
I have heard a lot about that fashion statement thing. You look like a bass player from Metallica. With all respect, I have no idea what his name is.
I don't actually know what his name is actually, but I know his son is in wrestling, WWE. I think he's in wrestling, but that's all I know. I don't know the bass, but I know he's in Faith No More. I think.
I have no idea. I mean, Metallica bass players, the one Metallica bass player I used to listen albums of, it was Cliff Burton, which is
Cliff Burton, of course.
dead
Yes.
Yes. And
rest in
I
peace.
don't know who they have currently, because I don't listen their current stuff.
Definitely.
Somebody said that you look like him. He's like holding his bass set low. I don't know who you're speaking of. I mean, I can look it up.
Yeah, that's what But it's kind of cool though, isn't it? That people can't just say you look like, not you look like, but the style you're playing is like them, and that's kind of what, especially being someone from Metallica and stuff, that's a real compliment. It's they're a well-established band, and cool.
The most strange compliment I ever got is when I posted some of my older songs when I still was able to sing with my opera-like voice, and people were comparing me with Tavia.
Oh, really?
Yes, but it's actually quite annoying for me. I mean, it was like upsetting for me, because it was in the way like you sound like her, kind of like gothic metal. I mean, I don't play gothic metal. Just because it's female fronted, it doesn't mean it's gothic.
No.
I definitely don't copy a Taria. It's just the way my voice use it to sound.
Yeah.
Now I don't know who they compare me to with my latest 3 songs, because I'm just sound like, I don't know. Myself. No opera singing anymore.
Well, you were saying that it's nice to sound like your own sound. So, hopefully, like we said, all the stuff you're going to go through and everything to help yourself, and and get there. Hopefully, you'll build on that style of your own as well. And I was going to say your fan, or our fan from Poland, says challenge for Alexandra, cover of Sea of Lies by Symphony X.
Oh, thank you. I know what he means. I know that song.
It's gonna make you famous. There you go. Yeah, he says
I won't be able to play that.
He said it's gonna make you famous one day. You nailed it.
Yeah, I can try to play like Flight of the Bumblebee. I mean, on bass.
Oh wow, that'd be cool.
No, I won't be able. I will explain why. It's not because I am too retarded to play fast. It's simply by very, very bad situation about me when I'm playing. I have to support the bass
That's it. I remember you saying to me, yeah.
composition with my palm, with this part. Here I have always have like what is it that
Not like arthritis, but yeah. Finger joint, double jointed. Is it double jointed? Double jointed? Is that the right word?
no
Jointed. It's
so
um,
when I play it gets like sore and then it like
yeah. Oh, what do you mean? Yeah.
that's why all my bases must be polished from the underside so my hand must slide easily, you know. So when I hold it more or less upright, I support the neck
That's it on that side.
my hand, which prevents me to move around the fretboard fast enough because it's like not
Yeah.
because I cannot move my fingers fast. I can. I'm a piano player. It's just because I cannot move it fast. I mean, if somebody will see the cover on that Beatles I made, they will notice. Maybe not. But I had my bass uh, lean onto my chair, so it's like upright bass. It's staying in position. That's why I had my hand more or less free.
And that's why you can, yeah.
So I'm able to play. If I can lean it to something to fix it in that position I need, then I can play faster stuff.
Yeah.
Otherwise, if I'm just standing, I am simply unable. It's physically not possible. Not because I'm bad musician or it's just because of that prenatal trauma. I was born this way.
Yeah, I remember you saying.
I actually use it to have a huge complex about that, but now I think I saw musicians who have totally normal two hands and play much worse than me, and they have the attitude of a rock star. That's why I think I'm okay. I mean, I do what I can, I do my best, and
Yeah, I think, like you said, when you first went through it, I think obviously it's very hard for you, and it probably is still challenging at times. But because you've kind of been doing it for so long, and you've found your comfort zone, as it were, playing, like you said, you can just kind of do it now. Whereas you first, it was probably quite tough because you're trying to work out how to do that, and how with the pain and stuff, how to do things. So it's like you said, it just takes time to kind of find out how to make it most comfortable as possible and keep doing what you're doing.
right.
Absolutely. So yeah, it's really nice words from him, wasn't it? About the cover, the Sea of Lies covers. That's really cool, and that's really awesome. And you do have a really cool bass as well. Your bass is, what make is it? Your bass make, which model?
One is Yamaha.
Yeah, Yamaha. That was it, yeah.
Thing is Yamaha BB200.
Awesome.
But it's customized, normal, original Yamaha BB200 have only one set of pickups. I had two.
That's really cool. So you got that's really cool. Which one do you prefer playing most?
Since I've got the 5-string Ibanez last year, I am trying to kind of learn both so I can switch. My challenge with 5-string bass is wider neck, which is not really comfortable at sometimes. and also the strings being a bit closer to one another. So when I play, my right hand get confused and it hits the wrong string.
Oh no.
It was in the beginning, when I started. Now I'm slowly like getting used to the 5 string. I recorded several covers on it as well.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's really cool.
not that I cannot play it. I can, but I do more mistakes and
Yeah, because it's different
yes,
feel. It's
just
an extra
different
string.
feel. Yes,
Yeah. Everyone has their guitars and stuff they like the feel of, and sometimes you can get a new guitar and you think, yeah, this is great, and then you can't get on with it. You just don't connect with it.
yes.
There's that kind of relationship factor with the instrument.
I had this problem once. I guess at one of the shows in my teens. I recall that I had to. We had a show. We had to play, and I remember I had very old bass. I had very old Musima action, if I'm not mistaken. It's something like um, Fender like copy stuff.
It's like a Fender copy. Okay, yeah.
But it's super old. And I got I gave it to make for some some stuff uh, for setting it up, and they did not put the neck. They did not fix it properly. So
Oh no. So you
the
went to play it. Oh no. Did it like?
no, it did not fall apart. It just
It was like yeah.
tuning went down, so the strings were like.
Yeah,
I
and the
was,
bridge wouldn't be.
wow.
Oh no.
So the bass player from different band gave me his bass.
Oh, that's good. That's good of it.
I was almost unable to play it.
Oh, what, his bass? The other bass? Oh no.
It's just the same, almost same bass.
Oh no. So you had like double problem.
Yeah, I was like, wow. Yeah, we finished the show and stuff like that, but I mean, it was my first experience playing someone else's instrument, and I was like, why it's so? I mean, they're pretty much the same basses.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah, but the feel of it is totally different.
Yeah,
And
sometimes you find that, don't you? With like you pick up similar instrument, but they're very different, but they have a similar feel.
yeah, people who have several instruments know it. I mean, I use it to have only one bass for most majority of my life. So when I get the second one, that 5 string one, I was like, wow.
This is different.
Yes, this is super different. I mean, first time I was playing it like for maybe an hour or something, and I get a blister on my hand, and I also found out that I had to stretch my fingers more to be able to play on
Yeah, because of the neck. Yeah. So,
like 15 fret and up. It's very hard. Sometimes I use my bass as a guitar and play some solos, but only for myself, kind of like,
yeah.
for example, I mentioned Joe Satriani stuff. Sometimes I like,
Right.
play some weird stuff. Use my bass as a solo guitar. And I was like, wow, it's totally different feeling. And it's mine. I know that it's my bass, and it
Yeah,
sounds like ant bass. It feels like ant bass,
I like
but
it.
it's still not too friendly yet. So I have to uh, still. I'm working on it. Also, I always had a dream to have 4 string fretless bass.
Oh, really? cool.
Yes.
Cool.
I am dying to get myself a fretless bass.
One day, it will
Yeah.
happen.
One day I either will get a fretless bass, original fretless, or I will maybe buy some old cheap bass and just
Make it fretless. Do all the work on it. Yeah.
yeah, I actually can work on wood well enough. I mean, I can build shelves and my
Yeah.
dog bed. It's like a king bed, you know, and stuff like that.
Definitely. Oh,
And
that'd be cool.
so
Hopefully, fingers crossed.
yeah, so I hope that I won't be too confused to make a normal bass fretless. Also, sometimes you can find the really old cheap basses so cheap that even if you will fuck it up, you won't cry over it. I
That's it.
mean,
That's it. Yeah. You know, I've had cheap guitars and stuff, and I'm like you. I had, you know, my Ibanez, well, my Mustang Fender for many years, and then when I was in my teens, I had my Ibanez Axe IC300 for quite a few years. Six,
yeah,
7. And then I had, what did I have after that? And I think I had my Epiphone Gibson Custom for quite a few years, which is the one I donated to charity. Then I had an Ibanez, another Ibanez, and a Jackson guitar, and then now I have another Ibanez.
How many guitars you have?
I only have 2 now. I have my Ibanez and I have a classical guitar, acoustic guitar. That's it.
Uh,
And a keyboard, 2 keyboards. So it's yeah. Hopefully I did that the right way. Yeah, I did. Don't want to be rude. Yeah. So yeah. So I know what you mean. You know, I try and stick with one instrument, but some of them I didn't feel right. It didn't feel okay. I was like, I don't know. You know, like going from an Axe guitar to a Flying V, like up here, it's very different. You know, with the feel and play. But I got used to it. So, oh, another question. What model is my Ibanez? Oh, hang on. First one is I love Sean, Malone, and Steve. Can you see the messages? Hang on, see if you can see.
wait, I will open it.
And Gregor, do you like those artists? I think that's to you, Alexandra. I'm not sure.
I'm trying to. I will open it.
And Gregor, do you like those artists? I think that's to you, Alexandra. I'm not sure.
Wait. I'm trying to. I will open it.
And Gregor, yeah, I think that's to you. I'm not sure.
I'm trying to have it open.
I think that's to you. I'm not sure.
I'm trying to have it open.
Have you seen the message, or is it? Oh, he says another thing is they are deaf/cynic bassists, fretless monsters. I don't know if you can see that, or that's what our fan from Poland has said. If we can't see the questions after this live stream, you can answer as well. You can go back into it and answer the questions.
Yeah, I guess I will. I will go to comment.
Definitely, and I will as well. I will. Yes, I will. I'll send a link of what my guitar is for you as well, and I'll do that. And yeah. I think it's been a good night. It's been great, hasn't it? It's been really good. It's been really special. Great to have you on this as well. It's been really fun. And I hope you get a nice break after this. And obviously, Richie gets to go to bed as well because he wants to sleep. Bless him, he had to be woken up. And I just want to thank you so much for being part of this, Alexandra, and thank you for everyone tuning in, all the fans and everyone, and all the nice comments. And I will put all the comments in there, and Alexandra also comment on the non-answered questions as well. So, well, it's been great. Thank you. And any last words, Alexandra? Anything?
Yeah.
You just had fun. You're happy with everything.
Yeah, actually, I had fun. Yes, time flew quite fast.
It's been 1 hour, nearly in 50 minutes.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking at.
Plus the time before the live stream as well, so about 2 hours and something. It's been fun. That's been really good. So
Yeah, really fun. It really cheered me up. Definitely cheered me up.
oh,
And
fantastic.
I'm happy for that opportunity and thank
Oh
you.
no, definitely. At some point, we'll do. I'll have you on here again. We'll do something similar again. It'll be really cool. And I'll put this on YouTube as well. And then if you can link it onto your page as well, I'll do that.
Thank
And,
you.
you can watch it and everything.
Yeah, I hope that it will be useful for people.
Oh, definitely. The amount of, I think that's, I think, I don't know how many interviews you've done before, but I definitely know this one, you said so much about your life and your history and stuff. So I think it would be very good insight for all your fans that don't know all the stuff about you, that now have the answers that they didn't know before, which it must be really cool for them. So, and
Yeah.
special for you, for everyone that's tuned in, and even people after this that are going to listen to it and and a message about it and have a look. So it'd be really cool. So it's really, it's been great. So well, thank you very much. Have a nice evening. I know you're 2 hours, I think, ahead of me, so it's a bit late.
11.
So it's 11.
11.
Oh, at least it's a Friday night, so it's not too bad.
Oh, it's fine. For me, every night is Friday night.
Yeah, for every night is Friday night.
Plus, I work from home.
Yeah.
And the only problem is when my mother is home at weekend, I cannot smoke in the house.
Oh, of course, yes. So
Otherwise, I have no problem with any day of the week. And I don't smoke in the room. I smoke is sitting on the window or going on the staircase.
Absolutely.
Also, I still have to walk my dog.
Yes.
So I will take him to a walk and finally smoke 3 cigarettes in a row. So.
Yeah, I won't hold you too much because I know you really want that. So, well, thank you so much for being part of this, and have a lovely evening. And looking forward to next time have you on the event. And, yes, it's been awesome. So thank you, and take care. See you later.
Bye.
Bye, everyone. Take care.